Guys, I've been fucking with this thing. We're over 12 hours on this thing, getting this motor on this thing. I have literally tried every combination of wire to get this thing to start. I pulled the cover off. I didn't try it. I pulled each of the wires off of the coil and it started. I'm 100% thinking this was touching the metal cover, because there's nothing else. When I went to put one wire on, or even the two, I was able to turn it off normally, but for some reason I did not see anything wrong. And I've tried every wire, and I was pulling my hair off. I'm like, what the living shit is wrong? I'm like, the only thing I could do is take this thing apart. This thing's brand new. I'd love to paint this cover. Two nuts and bolts. I don't know. That's where it would go right there. And I don't see anything. But for some reason, this thing would not, it had zero spark. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Brand new motor from warehouse, small engine warehouse. I don't think this has anything to do with them. This is on Briggs. Now when this is running, I got the flywheel off. Very beautiful. I'm not finding anything. I've been staring at this for probably 10 minutes now. I checked everywhere. Yeah, like I said, I don't think there's any info of what this looks like. So if you're looking for one, looking at one, the only thing I could tell you about the cowies is that regular cowie, the cylinder head fins are much more pronounced. They like come out like they look like Harley Davidson, like a lot of fins. So I'm assuming that's why they take so much abuse. But I tried to get one. Person sent me two, destroyed two of them in the process. It's like, done with this. So I bought one of these. For what I'm doing, this is going to be perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't see any rubbing. I checked everywhere. So I guess let's put it back together. And yeah. Oh, and I advanced the timing. I took a good amount off. You saw the key. I don't know. These things are usually like 20. So it should bring it up. These things are very lazy. So. Here's your wiring diagram for a Briggs V-Twin Vanguard 3500 series. The noise it's making, I just hooked up the alternator, got a bit louder, so that's the magnets, that's its alternating sound that it makes. So it is a quiet internal engine, but loud, whatever you want to call it. This, it probably makes kind of quiet down when you put the shield on, but so this is the wiring. Green is your, looks like it's not even in. No, it is. Green is for your oil pressure. So if your oil light comes on, your motor's probably done, but it'll kill the motor. Gray is, gets 12 volts fuel solenoid. black is ground and red is both for the alternator. There's no AC line, it's all coming off DC. This is your ground. If you have an issue with this thing not starting, no coils, I'm 99% sure this was touching on the inside. There you go. That's all it takes. So before I put that on, I'm gonna try to put something a little bit over that, a little bit of tape, because yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, gonna be honest. I'm not exactly why, like, what happened to just running the wire? Why do we need like a terminal to put grounds on? Like, kind of, I mean, the whole motor's a ground. I mean, why are we trying to get to, I don't know. There's obviously something I don't know that's going on with that. But everything else, this blower, nice, seems quality. This all looks nice. I mean, it looks like a sound engine, but just like anything else, it only lasts as long as you take care of it. And if you see these fins, I'd say they're about an inch to about 1.5 inches, whereas the cowies, they're like out to here. So, but what does that mean? Like, what does that mean to anyone? This thing's got an astounding amount of bracing. There is no PCV pile right here. It seems like the PCV is right here, which I haven't put the screws back in, because to get to that screw, you have to take off this screw, which you can't take it off without that. But yeah, so there's no gasket over right down there that I see. There's no fuel pump gasket that I saw directly underneath, so I didn't see any of that have issues. Obviously this had something else, but I did hear that Briggs and Stratton have terrible quality control. This is from 2023, so you know, I'm assuming they're trying to blow off some old stock that's sitting. I mean, right now this motor is now listed for $1,600 to $1,700. I paid $1,400, and just to let you know, I tried to use like the coupon a week ago. The guy said it'll give me 50% off, $50 off. Wouldn't do that. And then I told him about, well, what about Bean's Garage and all the people that are using your motor? They say use your code and you'll get $50 off. No, I can't use that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the guy was not like he was kind of hard to the point, and he said, well, and he wanted me to purchase it with him. This is from Small Engine Warehouse. He wanted me to purchase it with him. You know, I'm usually comfortable going on the computer, doing it, and then getting the email. I hate giving my stuff over the phone, but, you know, he said, well, if I do it right now, I'll make sure it goes out today. I don't know if that would have made a difference, but whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna email them and tell them I'm gonna be honest. I went through the wiring diagram. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. I cannot get it to start. I have now the plug unplugged, and the only thing hooked up is to start the alternator to kick it over. And this thing, both spark plugs are showing no spark. What would you like me to do? I'm not even gonna tell them I fixed it yet. Let's see what they do from there, and see what kind of protocol they want me to go through. Let's play stupid, and then, you know, see how they do it. You know, I want to see, you know, what the process is. Are they're going to say, oh, well, we'll send you out new coils? Well, what are they going to do? I'm going to be honest, these coils that look like they're on here, I swear to God, these look like China coils. I swear to God, I thought I just ordered like coils off of Amazon that are like reprint from old ones. I don't know. It's got some Chinese name on it. They all got, that's just the wire though. You have no idea. I'm going to be honest. I really think all this stuff is now made in China. I think this one is assembled here, but you know, the items are, whatchamacallit, are from, you know, it's assembled in the US, but for the Vanguard, they're not using. And just to let you know, supposedly the Briggs, the oil filter is interchanged with Cowie's. Just to let you know, I don't know why this doesn't have a larger oil filter on it. I had a large one on the original engine on here, which was a V-twin, and I don't know why they give you such a small oil filter for a motor that's supposed to be commercial. It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, the biggest, I mean, it really seems like everything's heavy duty, but in the long run, you know, I like I said, I actually rebuilt one of these as a stand-up one. Is the 3840 series. It was like 37 horsepower. I put new pistons in, and we did the electric fuel pump failed once. Oh, and then what failed on it was the governor shaft. You lost the governor. It was just, so they were using this thing was revving to the moon. They just used it like that for a little while, for like over a month, and they're like, we got to get this thing fixed. And you know, it was I rebuilt the whole motor, used the gasket. It was from, I got all the parts because the OEM parts were astronomical. So I got from, it's on eBay, that something Red Baron. Well, the valve cover gasket, not the valve cover, the gasket that went around the whole thing, let's just say it didn't leak while it was there. Second it left, pouring out oil. I mean, pouring, not a small leak. I contacted them. I'm like, I think they sent me a refund, and they also sent me the gasket, but I was just like, I'm not using this again. I'm just like, and you know what I did? I didn't even buy the OEM gasket. I literally used RTV, Honda Bond, and it hasn't come back. So, you know, this has a big gasket on it, but the gasket that they used, that they gave me, was, it was like a metallic on both sides, like metal, which, I don't know, this is some parts off of a Kawasaki. Where are they? I was using the spark plugs. I thought one of the spark plugs I had was bad. Oh, I don't know what I did with them. I don't know. I had Kawasaki. I've already lost it. I don't know where the hell it is. I had like a valve cover or something. So yeah, I'm kind of like, let me just get this. I'm like just done right now. I'm just had enough of this pile of crap. To be honest, I was cursing. I was ready to chuck this thing right in the fucking garbage. Just open up this fucking door and let it slide into the street, because I had enough. You know, it's been 3 months. First company I bought from sent me 2 motors, destroyed them, literally in shipping, just from shipping. First motor was the wrong motor, but it also came damaged. Second motor, they destroyed in shipping, completely destroyed it. Then this comes, amazing shipping, amazing everything. I put it on, get everything ready to go. No spark. Tried everything. I mean, everything. Every possible. I was popping. At the end there, I was just like, you know what? Well, let me see. Maybe it's reversed. Popping the fuse. And I'm just like, I don't know. I can't. I'm losing my marbles here, and I'm 99% sure that was touching somewhere, because I know how these covers go on, and they're pains in the asses. I guarantee you someone slammed it down and it was touching. That's all it takes. It's all it takes. I don't get that. I'm sorry, but yeah. Well, I've had enough. I gotta get back to work on something else. I ain't even polishing it. I ain't waxing it. It's done for now. We got the choke over here. We got the throttle. Change the logo to black. Got a real car horn. Did all the wiring. Had enough. Oh, I got the choke, the parking brake. fucked with the fuel line, so... Oh, there's my button. Okay. That ain't good. I literally just buttoned everything up. It just killed the battery on the last... I've been cranking this thing before this, but it just finally killed the battery. Guess what happened after I put everything together? And I guarantee you this is what happened. This is why the whole thing wouldn't work. And if you guys got one of these piles of shit, here, I'm about to save all your prayers. Put my cover back on. Do you see anything? Well, let me zoom in. Just one thing. Doesn't look like anything, right? This is metal. This controls your spark. If this touches metal, you get no spark. What a fucking pile of shit. I'm not gonna bend it again, but yeah. Believe that? I can't make that up. I can't make that up. I was just showing off the tractor and literally showed all the work I did with the pedal and all this shit. And battery just died because the thing wouldn't even attempt to start. I'll throw the battery charge on it, but this is how it's done from the factory too. Clamp on the back. I looked for so many pedals. I hated every one of them. That's my favorite pedal. And what is it off of? It actually looks like the OEM pedal. That's like $60 without the parts to put it on. It's for a racing simulator. G27, G29. For a real car. I cannot believe that's what caused me to rip the whole motor apart. I cannot believe that. And I thought it was on the inside. I thought these mufflers were going to be very loud. They're extremely quiet. But once you rev it up, you hear the sound, which is what I wanted. That's what a muffler should do. It's like 12 o'clock. I'm not going to... the lights work. Great. So you know what that means? I probably got the wiring backwards. That's my luck. There's that. No. I can't believe that. Always something. Never ends. Play with the switch, but it worked before I did this. Well, guess that's the last thing I gotta do. Never ends.